Alright, hello everyone, it's Riley here, and today we are here with a video showcasing how TAO can work with multiple different teams, whether you are a whale or you're free to play. But yeah, you guys might be wondering why I'm making this video right now, and TAO came out like more than a month ago, and that is because in 1.5, Zhongli has returned. You can gacha for Zhongli, and the reason why Zhongli plays such a huge role with TAO is because of his shield. Some of you guys may not know. Some of you guys may know, but if you've been playing Genshin for a long time, you guys know how Zhongli is literally the GOAT. But, you know, most free-to-play players, maybe you started late, maybe you were debating, wishing for Zhongli because he wasn't buffed yet. You know, sometimes, or some people might have just not gotten Zhongli, and now you can get him. And I'm gonna show you guys how we can work with your TAO if you have one. First of all, we're gonna showcase the team. So right here, this is gonna be the whale team. So basically, you got TAO, you got Albedo, and you got Zhongli. 3 5-stars, okay? And then preferably you want them, or you want your TAO with the Staff of Homa. This isn't gonna change though, but I'm just saying like this isn't a part of the whole comp, but this is just my TAO build. Personally, what I have is Staff of Homa, but there are other weapons that can work fine. Like Deathmatch, I've tested it before. It's not that bad. You want your xingqiu. Honestly, his stats don't really matter. It's literally you just want ER, and you know, just stack Hydra damage, I guess. Sack Sword is best in slot if you don't have it. Anything with ER is fine. Albedo, Harbinger of Dawn, hands down the best weapon for him. It's just insanely good because it gives you crit damage and crit rate, so you can just, you know, go ham on the defense, you go ham on everything else. And Zhongli, so there are so many ways now since 1.5 to play Zhongli. This character is so versatile. The new set, I forgot. I think it's the Pale Flame set, or not the Pale Flame, but there's another one. The one that gives you an HP bonus. You can even run that on him if you want him to be a shield bot. You know, plus HP with Bolide is just like nuts. If you want him to be a shield bot. Personally, I just run him with an HP timepiece, and then you know, just the normal stuff, crit damage, crit rate, and then Geo. But I run Noblesse Oblige and Archaic Petra because I want his ult to do damage as well. But my Zhongli shield, okay, he's not even fully built. He's only at 26k HP, and his weapon, the Lithic Spear, it's not even fully like enhanced, bro. That's just how insane Zhongli is. But yeah, the thing about Zhongli is that there's not many free-to-play options. Like right now, Rosaria is taking up my deathmatch, but Lithic Spear is fine for Zhongli, especially if you pair him with TAO. That's pretty much guaranteed stats. So right now I have 48% or 48.6% crit rate, but my artifacts are giving plus 22% crit rate only, because you know, you guys know me, like my crit rate, my luck with my artifacts just suck. Like none of my artifacts rolled crit rate, bro. None of them rolled crit rate more than once, which is actually crazy. But yeah, anyways, I'm gonna show you guys this first team, how it is, and I'll get you guys to the next team after that. Alright, here we are in floor 12, chamber 1. We're gonna choose the buff that doesn't buff my attack. So, I mean, fizz damage, since I'm not even gonna be doing fizz damage anyways. So I'm gonna just show you guys the power of this team, bro. The double Geo Resonance, I forgot to mention that. It basically, if you're under a shield, it just makes you do more damage. I'm pretty sure it's like 50% more damage. But yeah, anyways, we're gonna pop the shield, pop the ult. And the thing about running him with Albedo too is that you can proc a lot of Geo from Zhongli's E, and then you just pop off, bro. Pop off with the shield. And what the shield does is you don't have to dodge. If these things decide to attack me, bro, I don't have to dodge at all. Like that's just how convenient it is. And Albedo just constantly procs, Zhongli constantly procs. If I need my shield, just pop this. And basically their ult rotations synergize really well. Just cause like, I mean, Zhongli's animation does take a while, but when TAO's off cooldown, all you need to do is just spam the ult rotation and you're fine, bro. But yeah, you know, this does require like 3 5-stars, which is might be a little paywall, but if you can get this team, or somehow, even if you're free to play and got this team, yeah, basically all you have to do is run it and you'll be fine in the abyss. Alright, so we got the new team right here, and this team is purely free to play. The only 5-star here is TAO, and obviously the only 5-star weapon we have is Staff of Homa. But to be real honest, You don't need it, like I said before. So I'm gonna break down the team. So xingqiu is essential to all Hu Tao teams. I don't care what anyone says, but I think this is pretty much a unanimous agreement that xingqiu is like the best in slot support for Hu Tao. And the other 2 slots can pretty much be filled by anything else. So the reason why I chose Rosaria and Diona is because Hu Tao, or the multiplier, is higher with melt, and having cryo and hydro supports can cause enemies to freeze, which still applies cryo, and Hu Tao can melt with that. So yeah, I'm gonna show you guys. Also, their utility is just insanely like broken. So Rosaria, we'll start off with her. Her talents, her E just gives more crit rate. If I show you guys here, yeah, casting. Oh no, that's not it. All right, so it gives herself more crit rate, but I think when you use her ult causes her crit rate, or some of her crit rate, to transfer to her other party members, which is why you pop your E, you pop your ult, gives an AoE cryo field, and then you switch, and that's just more crit rate for Hu Tao. And right now my Hu Tao is running at 62.5%. So obviously, like, I mean, it's decent, but it's not as high as I wanted it to. So just automatically more crit rate from that. And of course the cryo application. And then Diona, with 1.5, there's a 1.5 quest that you can do where you just get a free Diona. I haven't done it yet, but yeah, if you don't have Diona already, you can get her for free, or you can pick up a constellation. Her C1 is just useful for regenerating 15 energy after her ult ends, but to be honest, like, you don't need it. Diona's fine as C0. So I'm gonna break this down. Her weapon, best in slot weapon, sack bow, just because you can pop her shields. And her shields, if you wanted to, you could run her max, like a max HP build. Personally, I don't even have her artifacts upgraded, just because she's just that good. But obviously her shield isn't as good as Zhongli, but if you're free to play, you gotta work with what you get. But yeah, basically I have Instructor because my Hu Tao build is based entirely off of Elemental Mastery, and by popping Diona's E with Hydro applied, you can increase your entire party's Elemental Mastery by 120, which is just absurd with Hu Tao, because Hu Tao can pop out some crazy numbers. But yeah, so I'm gonna just show you guys just the absurdity of double cryo and Hydro with Hu Tao. So pop the E with Diona, dodge that. The thing is, having Diona instead of Zhongli is that you still have to dodge, but we'll still pop out some crazy numbers. Honestly, you don't even need to dodge if everything just dies. So yeah, as you can see, my Hu Tao is popping out 50k, or yeah, 50k with melt, which is just absurd. Diona, or as you can see, the Sackbow procs. I don't think you can stack her shields, but it's still nice for a constant supply of ER. Yeah, Hu Tao just did 50k with their ult. I probably should have waited, because now I do less damage. She's above 50% HP. That's fine. And that's why Diona is a key character too, is that because her shield can, you know, soak a bit of damage. Not a lot of damage, but just enough, to be honest. So, oh, my Diona's dead. Anyways, you don't want to do that. You probably might want to upgrade her artifacts before, you know, you put her into Abyss. But personally, my Diona is just fine. Like, I don't think I even need her for this floor. But yeah, like, if you have a fully built Diona, she's really good. But obviously I can't show you that right now, since, you know, I'm not that big of a whale. I still need to spend my resources, like, wisely. But I mean, I wish I was a whale, but sadly I can't. So I'm just doing my best. Alright, so instead of showing you guys 2 more different teams, I just want to say some honorable mentions for characters that could pair well with Hu Tao, but not as good as the ones mentioned before. The first one I'd like to mention is Beidou. Basically, Beidou can pop her ult, which gives her a shield. I think it soaks a lot of, it can soak electro damage better than anything else, but obviously it's not as good as most other shields, and it doesn't have as much uptime as Diona's shields, since it costs 80 energy with a 20-second cooldown. So that's one downside of Beidou. But another thing that the Beidou's ult does is that it constantly applies electro to anyone around you, meaning you can also overload with Hu Tao. But the downside to overload is that it deals a lot of knockback, which is really annoying because Hu Tao's charge attack and does make it go really far. and I think it's better to play Hu Tao against a grouped cluster of enemies, just because she's only a single target DPS rather than, like, you know, having them spread out. And I think that's the rule of thumb for most damage carries anyways. So yeah, the next one I'd like to mention is Fischl. It's just a turret that can, again, do the same thing as Beidou, except without a shield. So you might want to run a shield or a healer if you're running Fischl, but overall Fischl is good. Again, overload is like another downside, but yeah, she's just good for overall turret damage and energy recharge battery. Another one is Mona. Mona can taunt, and her ult just makes you, or it just gives you like bonus Hydra damage, but it's just not as consistent as xingqiu. But I mean, if you want to run Mona and xingqiu, like, go for it, because Mona's taunt is really good. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Those are the only characters I'd like to mention. I mean, Bennett, I don't think Bennett pairs well with Hu Tao, which is, you know, it kind of sucks, because Hu Tao performs better under 50 HP or 50% HP, and Bennett takes her up to 70, which is why, you know, you don't really want to run him. And I made the grave mistake of C6ing my Bennett, thinking that, oh yeah, since he's C6, you know, he'll work really good with Hu Tao. But now that I think about it, since I'm running a Hu Tao EM build, the main thing you want, or the main key factor in that, is Blood Blossom, because every time she applies a Blood Blossom effect, the internal cooldown does not apply to it. And the thing is, even if she's off her E state, this, I mean, although it does increase her pyro damage, it's just not as good as just doing a 5-second rotation and swapping back for her Blood Blossom. So that's why I just don't run Bennett. But I mean, if you're free to play, Bennett's like, you know, you only have a limited amount of characters. I mean, you could go for it, but I just would not recommend running Bennett with Hu Tao. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Hope you guys enjoyed. Hope you guys are enjoying the new 1.5 update. And yeah, that's it for me. I'll see you guys later. Peace.